Qatar was not what we expected at all. We had no idea how modern their architecture or how distinctive their culture would be. And we had no idea how much fun we were about to have. Let's get it. Alright, so let me start by explaining that we were actually on our way to India to attend 3 different weddings that we had been invited to this past year. And so we were here on our flight. Our layover was supposed to be in Qatar, so we were just enjoying this flight. The seats are a little small considering that you have to travel like 16 hours, but we made the best of it. We were enjoying our free pillows and blankets and just kind of getting settled in on our flight. If you ever plan on flying this far, I would highly recommend getting business class if you can afford it. The seats are pretty medium sized in the back of the plane or in the middle of the plane, but after that many hours, you really would like some more room to stretch your legs and to just have more space, honestly. Once we arrived to Qatar, the airline arranged some transportation for us to the hotel that they put us in, and luckily it was very late at night, but they still had food out, and so we just had some food at the hotel and kind of got settled in and prepared for what was coming the next day.
From our hotel window, we weren't looking at towering skyscrapers or flashy lights. It was just rows of sand-colored buildings stretching as far as we could see. And honestly, it felt right.
All right, it's officially our second day of this journey. Our entire first day was spent in airports in several different countries. It has been quite an adventure already. We had a 16-ish hour flight from Houston to Doha, Qatar. That was supposed to be our layover, and then from Qatar to Nagpur, India. However, on our adventure, somewhere over Paris, we had a medical emergency on our plane, and we had to divert to Paris for several hours. And they had to get someone off of the plane who was very ill, and they had to search for all of their bags. So that put us back several hours, causing us to miss our connecting flight in Doha. So we had to spend the night here in Doha, and our next plane that we can catch is not for another like 10 or 11 hours or so. It's not till 10 p.m. tonight, and it is actually it's already 1 in the afternoon currently. That messed up a little bit of our plans, but it's okay. We're adapting. The good thing is that since we had to be stuck here in Qatar, we have a several day pass to, I guess,
explore.
as a window, I suppose, in case anything else happens for us to catch a new flight. So since we have several hours today, we booked a private tour to go see some of the city and also some of the desert. Fingers crossed. Let's hope they actually pick us up since we already paid for half of it. And I don't know. Let's see what happens. If you're curious what a hotel room in Doha, Qatar looks like, this is our hotel room for the night last night. A decent view of the city.
The hotel was very interesting, to say the least. They had ashtrays next to the bed and a telephone next to the toilet. That is not something you see every day in America. When most people think about Qatar, they think oil money, skyscrapers, and the World Cup. And yes, it's incredibly modern, but what surprised us immediately was how clean, organized, and energetic everything felt. The skyline has a balance of both futuristic and culturally accurate, like something out of a movie, but just outside the city is something completely different.
We are Duners at heart, so we were extremely excited. Where are we going, Ash?
To the dunes.
You going riding the dunes?
Going riding the dunes.
Going riding the dunes.
Woohoo!
What do you think, Ash? What do you? Straight down. Yo! Dunes in Qatar. It's awesome.
Did I ever think I would fly across the world to ride ride in the dunes of Qatar. But I think it's been really fun.
Yeah, highly recommend. Highly recommend. Come out here to Qatar and do it for yourself. At the airport in Doha, I bought this shirt. On the back, it says Al Rehla, which translates to the journey. At the time, it just felt like a cool souvenir. But as this trip unfolded, from the desert dunes to the quiet camel rides, to looking out over a city we didn't expect, that phrase started to mean something more. Qatar wasn't just a destination. It was part of a bigger journey for us. A reminder that travel isn't just about places, it's about perspective, growth, and being surprised. And every time I see this shirt, I don't just think about World Cup, I think about this chapter of our adventure. We're at the National Museum of Qatar, and this is all French architecture, so let's check it out. This is a 1939 Pontiac Plexiglass Deluxe 6, 1957 Ferrari 250 GT, 1949 Delahaye 175S Roadster, all extremely rare cars. When the sun goes down in Doha, the city shifts, and you can really feel it. The streets become filled with people and the traffic begins to thicken. Hot desert days become cool, enjoyable evenings. And walking into Souk Waqif at night feels like stepping into another era. The streets narrow, the noise softens, and the warm glow from the lanterns wash over the sandstone walls in the soft golden light. It's not polished or futuristic, it's textured, and it's layered. You can see the age in the buildings, the wooden beams, and the uneven stone paths. There's this constant hum in the air, conversations in different languages, shopkeepers greeting people as they pass, the sound of tea glasses clinking somewhere in the distance. The smell hits you next. Spices stacked high in woven baskets, incense drifting through the alleyways, grilled meats cooking just out of sight. It feels alive in a way that doesn't try too hard. Families are walking together, friends are gathered outside cafes, and no one seems rushed. And what makes it even more powerful is the contrast. Just minutes away are sleek skyscrapers and highways, but here it feels grounded and intentional, like the past and present are existing side by side. This wasn't the Doha we expected, and honestly, it was one of our favorite parts. Qatar wasn't what we expected. It was quiet in some moments and wild in others. This place surprised us, and maybe that's the point of travel, to go somewhere with assumptions and leave with perspective. Al Rehla, the journey, and this was one that we won't forget. If you enjoyed coming along with us, hit subscribe because the journey is just getting started.